right, so we're still backstage right now at Warped Tour, something 4 years ago I thought would probably never happen. You got the red jumpsuit, you got Haste Today, you got the two hot chicks, Meg and Dia, they're like walking around too. Got a bunch of awesome bands, playing. We got Mack Lindsay right here in my back behind me. He's a comedian. They're doing this whole new thing at Warped Tour now, so like you guys that love comedy, you can also come check it out. If you don't like live music, you will soon when you come to Warped Tour, but if you're a comedian and you like comics, come check out this guy right here. So, how long have you been doing comics, comedian, stand-up and stuff?
I've been doing stand-up for like 6 to 7 years now. Doing honky-tonks and fucking shitty little clubs where I never get asked back to them, or I get chased off stage, or beer bottles thrown in my head. I mean, there's of course audiences that like me, but for the most part, comedy clubs will not let me do what I do. And so having this opportunity is like a godsend. I consider it an act of providence, you know what I mean?
So how did you get this gig at Warped Tour? How did it just fall into your lap, or how did it happen?
It's weird, man. Like probably there's like a 3-day period. Some friends of mine were like, hey, do you want to do Warped Tour? They know me from the Comedy Store, and I was like, because I thought I'd be good for it, and I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, I would love to do it. And then I accidentally like contacted some guy like the next day about doing some, you know, bar gig, and it happened to be the guy that was booking the show. And he was like, I've had a bunch of people tell me about you, why don't you come meet me? Within 10 minutes, he was like, he checked out my shit on the internet beforehand, I guess. He had a bunch of people telling him, and, you know, it was like within 10 minutes, he's like, you got it. And I went and got the passport the next day, and that was it.
And here you are now. So, are you gonna be at are you gonna be doing the whole Warped Tour?
The entire thing, yeah. We're gonna be at the Skull Candy Mixed Use Tent. We do usually 2 shows, one in the early afternoon, one later afternoon to evening.
So is it just you doing the stand-up, or some other comedians as well?
No, it's me, I'm Mack Lindsay, and then we have Richie Stratton, who's I believe from Portland, Oregon. We have Jimmy Marr, who's hosting, he's from the East Coast, and we also have Mustafa, who's from LA with me.
So what was kind of the inspiration? Who kind of influenced you to get to where you are now and to keep doing stand-up?
Well, there's probably 3 major ones, and that would be Bill Hicks, Sam Kinison, and Lenny Bruce, and of course Richard Pryor and Dick Gregory. But the ones who really influenced me to like stick to my guns and not give up doing what I felt, you know, and have some type of like artistic integrity, if you want to call it that. I don't mean to sound fucking like I'm so fucking artistic, because I'm not. I'm just a regular guy doing what he wants to do. But basically the people who influenced me not to give up and to continue doing what I do, regardless of what anyone says or anyone does to me, was Bill Hicks, Kinison, Lenny Bruce. Now,
I heard also that you said earlier that Bill Hicks is somebody that you kind of have been talking to, or you kind of work with?
Well, no, actually Bill Hicks is dead, but
that's how much I know. But no, I do know about Bill Hicks, though. I do know.
Bill Hicks and Kevin Booth, who is his best friend, he produced all of his albums that were now bought up by Rykodisc, of course, but the person who stuck with him the whole time was Kevin Booth. He produced Sane Man, he produced all of his CDs. I came in contact with Kevin Booth, and he took me under his wing, and he continued after Hicks died with the Sacred Cow production company. And you know, he's stuck by me no matter how fucking hard things have been. He's never dropped me as a friend. He's never dropped me as an artist that he wants to support. And I'm like forever in debt to the Sacred Cow family.
Right on, yeah. Bill Hicks, rest in peace. Man, I should have known that. Also though, your acts, like you were saying earlier, they're a little different from other ones. So what can if a fan who's a fan of comics, when they come to see you, what can they kind of expect? What do you put out differently from, let's say, Dane Cook and those other guys?
Everything. Everything. I just do a lot of like guttural black metal screaming and yelling, and like most of my material, like the content's very offensive to mainstream. I mean, most of the kids out here at Warped Tour are very open-minded. They're willing to go with me wherever I take them, which is like, man, I can't tell you like what a breath of fresh air that is, dude. Because, you know, and you're basically in a comedy club, you're basically just hawking cheese poppers and fucking whiskey to, you know, middle-aged fucking, most of them are conservative for the most part. You know, it's just nice. Like, usually if someone comes out to see me, they can expect to hear a lot of like edgy material or whatever, you know. I'm very offensive. I'll talk about, you know, America's obsession. Right now I'm on the kick with America's obsession with teen pornography and...
Oh man, yeah. I'll have to hide my magazines.
Yeah, there's like computers, there's secrets that will never leave between me and my PC, ever. Hate to admit it, but it's true. And I don't think I'm the only one, because it's, you know, teen pornography on the internet's like a multi-million-dollar fucking business, and I'm jacking off the samples. You know what I mean? I'm trying to bust a nut, minute-and-a-half fucking intervals. You know what I mean? So.
No, I totally. I know what you mean there. What after Warped Tour? Are you gonna be doing anything else? Do you have a MySpace? People can check out some of your stuff. Where can people check out more?
You can find me on sacredcow.com. You can find me at my MySpace account, which is, the URL is Mac Lindsay. That's MacKlindsay. And after this, I just plan on trying to get into more like music venues, more like spoken word venues, possibly try to throw my own shows, put together some. There's like a lot of show, like the Latin Kings of Comedy, the fucking women of the men of try to do something where people would want to come and see the stuff that I do and go find my own audience, because if I just try to stick to the comedy clubs, I'm gonna be in a fucking straitjacket. It ain't gonna happen, you know what I mean?
Well, right on, Mac Lindsay. All right, man, good luck the rest of the Warped Tour.
Thank you very much.
Right on, it's been a pleasure. All right, we got a bunch of other stuff coming up. Haste Today, Play Radio Play, Paramore, Haley, where have you been my whole life? I miss you. All right, guys, synthesis.net. Peace.